Trump and Biden consent to a presidential debate in June. CNN will host a live presidential discussion between Joe Biden and Donald Trump on June 27th. Georgia, a crucial swing state, is where the event will take place, according to the network's Tuesday announcement. It further stated that there will be no audience for the debate in Atlanta and that the moderators would be revealed later. Shortly after Mr. Biden outlined his conditions for facing former President Trump in a debate prior to November's election, the announcement was made. In defiance of convention, Mr. Biden suggested holding 2 broadcast debates in June and September. His opponent promptly agreed and then proposed that they have a monthly debate. "We believe there should be more than just 2 opportunities for the American people to hear more from the candidates themselves," the campaign for Donald Trump stated. On social media, the 2 candidates have exchanged jabs. Mr. Trump said, "Just tell me when. Let's get ready to thrash around." In contrast to Mr. Trump's assertion that his opponent was the worst debater who can't put 2 sentences together, Mr. Biden remarked that Mr. Trump was free on Wednesdays, alluding to his criminal trial in New York. The 2 discussions that Mr. Biden has proposed go against several long-standing customs. It avoids the Presidential Debate Commission, which has set dates and sites for 3 debates to take place in the fall and has arranged timings since 1988. U.S. media reports that Mr. Biden's staff is seeking to break with precedent by conducting the 2 televised debates without a live audience. An established moderator from a major news network would pose questions to the candidates in turn, with the microphone of the non-speaking contender being disabled. The Biden campaign chairwoman, Jen O'Malley Dillon, stated that boisterous political gatherings were not conducive to good debates. The 2 candidates' first 2020 discussion was tainted by constant interruptions and crosstalk. It was not apparent whether a 3rd contender would be allowed to participate. According to CNN, candidates must appear on a sufficient number of state ballots to reach the 270 electoral vote threshold and garner at least 15% of the vote in 4 reputable surveys. Though his presence is unlikely, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is polling higher than any third-party candidate since Ross Perot in 1996. However, he has not yet met those conditions. Mr. Biden's idea may also lessen the influence of the presidential debates on the results of the November election by rescheduling them earlier in the presidential campaign cycle, allowing both candidates more time to bounce back from subpar performances. Prior to finding their footing in later debates, a number of previous incumbent presidents, including Mr. Trump, Barack Obama, George H.W. Bush, and Ronald Reagan, performed poorly in their first general election debates. The September debate would occur at least 1 month prior to Election Day, while the June debate would occur before both the Democratic and Republican national conventions. According to surveys, a lot of Americans start following the U.S. presidential campaign news only in the fall. In addition, Mr. Biden suggested holding a vice presidential debate in July following the Republican convention in July, which would determine Mr. Trump's running mate nomination. Rusty debate abilities. The presidential debates during election years are usually aired on several U.S. networks. Viewers of the first 2020 debate between Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden were at least 73 million. In the video that his campaign published announcing the debate request, Mr. Biden pointed out that Mr. Trump had declined to take part in any Republican primary debates this campaign. This year, Mr. Biden faced little resistance in his quest for the nomination, and there were no primary debates hosted by the Democratic Party.